folks, one of the most anticipated matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? Welcome to beautiful South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium, the home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined to the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Cage will kick this away to start us off. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Looking downfield. It's Simpson. Catch made on the out route. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Fans around the country got their eyes on this matchup, but this is going to be fun. It doesn't happen often enough in college football, an early season collision of top 5 teams.
Yeah, you love to see a test early in the year for the players and the coaches because you find out all that work you put in the summer. You think you got a good football team, and now you get a chance to go up against one of the top teams in the country. I'm just glad we're here to witness it.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Defense trying to dig in here on this opening drive. It's 3rd down and inches. Really trap him for a sack.
Yeah, the quarterback looks like he makes the right read, but I got to tell you, I think he underestimated the speed of this defense and how quickly they were able to get to him to prevent him from picking up the first down.
So the first drive of the game, instead of punting and hitting the opponent deep, they're going to go for it on 4th down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw to the flat. It's a screen. Breaks loose at the 40. Forced out of bounds after a big game. This offense set up with a first down.
But this coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
Looking for some space. It's Miller. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Dropping back. It's Simpson. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now.
Hey, it's a game. You get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Quarterback, quick throw to his right. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They connect for 6.
But to cap off an opening drive like this on a 3rd down touchdown pass is such a satisfying way to start a game. The offense has set the tone. Now, bring out the defense. It's their turn.
And the point after is right down the middle. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge. The biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be in that postseason at the end of the year. You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. And the Canes begin a new series here, first and 10. They keep him off balance with a run. Running with purpose.
Another positive run on first and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Back to pass. It's Beck. Caught over the middle. It's Gilbert. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Handoff with a single back formation. Has the first down and more. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Good, tough running here by this Miami Hurricane running back. A nice job up front to be able to pave the way, to be able to come up with a Canes first down. And tell you, the way he's playing right now, all those famous alumni that Miami have will be watching this game and being very proud.
Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down.
And they will score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
After is good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Simpson. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Caught behind the line. It's Cuevas.
Chris, in my opinion, what we just witnessed is one of the toughest things to do in football as a defender, and that's making an open field tackle. A lot of times, those one-on-one matchups against shifty receivers, the receiver wins. This time, let's tip our cap to that defender. Great play.
The coach's choice to go for it does not pan out.
Well, this is exactly what can happen when you're overly aggressive and things go bad. And I get it when it's late in the game and you're trying to climb back into it. But to have a turnover on downs now, man, this one could hurt you.
Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, that's just a miscommunication here. That's busted coverage by the defense. There's no way you can leave a receiver that open. The only problem for the offense is the quarterback misses the throw. That's a touchdown.
Now here comes the bunch formation. Looking for a gap. It's Fletcher. As the first down is still going. They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Catch made on the right side. Touchdown, Canes. They couldn't stop him there.
This is a nice touchdown and a great play call. Just get this receiver in space and let him make people miss and use his speed to get to the end zone. That's what they did here, and it pays off.
The extra point makes the lead 14-7. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Grab down the middle. It's Adams. Breaks loose at the 40. Finally goes out of bounds, but a huge play by this offense to wrap up the first quarter. And through one quarter, let's see how the quarterback's stats stack up. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Fires it to the wideout. Caught near the goal line. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Alabama comes up to the line quickly. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Bama. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Carr. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. Over the middle, it's Carr. It's a nice game to move the football up to the 27.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Tough running to avoid a loss that just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Catch is made down the middle. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
Just a great throw and an even better catch here by Miami to be able to come up with a big play for this offense. And Chris, oh my gosh, just an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Miami in the wide receiver position. You could say not recently. They've had some pretty good players, but you go back, Michael
makes the grab inside the 30, and he's still running. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Canes lining up here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Grabbed by the receiver. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
That catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Looking to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
This guy's starting to prove that he is a mismatch for this defense. 2nd touchdown of the day, and a great job by the coordinator continuing to find unique ways to get this guy on one-on-one opportunities for touchdowns.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's an out route, the catch made, and he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. Looking to throw. It's Simpson. Catch made on the out route. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're going to come up short of the sticks here, and we got a tough decision at this point in the football game for the head coach. What will they do now on 4th down?
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Looking to throw again. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. And he'll set up to throw. Pulls it in. It's Williams. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
You know, they don't pick up the 1st down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Receiver in motion now. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try at 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Brought for a loss after the catch on 3rd down. Sets up a 4th down now.
Good job here by the defense on 3rd down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
Here comes a gamble. Offense on the field, going for it on 4th down. Looking to scramble now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Oh, man, what a really gutsy play here by this quarterback. Keeping it himself on 4th down, getting the yards he needs to pick up the 1st down. Good decision.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. The passing game very hard to stop in the first half. Let's see if they can begin to feature the run game here. He's got it in the open. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
What a game here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and the receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Looking to throw. It's Beck. Bringing pressure. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dreamed about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
So RPO, the quarterback gets it out quickly. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. Looking for his big tight end. He makes the grab. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air. The Hurricanes pick up enough to get a first down there. The shotgun running play call. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Fletcher. Now juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. The Hurricanes with 1st and 10 here. In the red area, it's Fletcher. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They'll give it to the back. Bulk area brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. The Canes looking to use the up-tempo offense here. 1st and goal, handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And I just love that this defense is not giving up on this 1st and goal. They attacked. They got through. They got penetration. A nice job of being able to keep them out of the end zone.
The receiver makes the catch. Touchdown, Hurricanes. This offense really clicking.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. 1st down, looking for more now. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, when you run that out route, it's going to end up very close to the sideline. Love his awareness to realize not only keep his eyes on the football, but where he is on the field. He gets his toe down before he goes out of bounds for the catch.
It's an option look. He'll toss it to the back, running through the tackle. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st. Good execution on the option.
Well, hey, it didn't go for a touchdown, but this is great execution. Knew exactly what they needed to do. 1st down, move the sticks.
1st down here for this offense. They'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
That's reeled in. It's Miller. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Grab behind the line, it's Williams. The gain is not enough for 1st down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. The pocket breaking down. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Quick throw caught on the left side. Touchdown, Alabama. That's how you finish a play. Kirk, you play quarterback. How about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. That's exactly what we saw right there.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. We'll start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. And notice how the balance of this passing game has been on display here. A whole bunch of guys getting involved catching passes. That's tough to stop. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. They'll tackle him at the 27. And the Canes come to the line to run the hurry up. Dropping back. It's Beck. Cannot connect. Incomplete. And now 4th down.
Boy, a questionable call there on 3rd down. I know they don't convert, but why not run the ball? Keep the clock moving, especially working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Now you got a big decision here on 4th down and short.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Looking for his big tight end. Wide open downfield. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a receiver. Makes a quick catch. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Leaning on the run game here. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Delivers quickly to the left side. What a catch!
That one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to third down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
All right, here we go. This is really it. And the defense knows that if the offense is able to score here, it's essentially over. It's mano-a-mano at the line of scrimmage. Let's see which side can gain the most leverage.
Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. All right, test the middle there, but yet nothing. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So here we go. After a long drive, it's third and goal. Can they punch it in or settle for three? To throw, it's Beck. On the run here, lets it go. Tremendous protection. There's bound to be somebody open. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. I like their odds of closing this game out.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on first down. Swarm for the pass rush. A sack.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Second and long from the 14. Looking to throw here. Grab down the middle. It's Miller. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Chris, I love what this defense is doing right now, working with a two-possession lead, essentially telling the offense, hey, we'll give you those underneath throws. We'll allow those short gains, but we're not going to give any shots downfield, and we're going to tackle you inbounds to keep that clock moving.
And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long, it's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Well, Chris, they just had to go for us here. With the time that they have left, down by a couple possessions, really didn't have much of a choice. A really good effort to go for it, to try to keep this game alive, just not enough.
And the Miami offense is back on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved him right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
The back's got it. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very...
Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Chris, how about these guys? They're still throwing the football. Game's over. They may be throwing the football in the postgame. I mean, these guys are scoring at will. and they don't care about how big of a lead they have. They just put another one up on the board.
Well, this was a stunner. It's going to resonate around the college football landscape, Kirk. This lower-ranked team came in here and said,